Muito obrigado. Eu passaria então agora para o próximo palestrante, que nos vem dar, aliás, os dois próximos palestrantes vêm nos dar uma perspectiva diferente à questão dos desafios dos mercados, primeiro com o Norte da África, com Marrocos, e depois com o Chile, numa perspectiva de negócios e de atratividade para as pequenas e médias empresas, dada pelo Dr. Aziz El Atiaoui, que está ligado a uma agência de investimentos em Marrocos e, portanto, agradecemos muito a sua presença e o contributo que aqui nos pode dar. Portanto, passo-lhe a palavra para... Obrigado.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, and thank you so much for your invitation to this first time that I'm coming to Portugal to represent Morocco and to offer you the opportunity to see what is happening right nowadays in Morocco, how we did it in the past 10 to 12 years, and what is coming next as a vision in potential opportunities that we're developing from the government. The Moroccan Investment Development Agency is a governmental agency that we are working hard and very, very competitive way to develop a new economy and a new reality in Morocco, in our country. First of all, what we do is to detect where is the opportunity, what we can do as an added value with our favorite or our potential collaborators. Europe is, of course, the most important one, and we are still developing very, very, very hard collaborations with other African countries. In somehow, what we want to do is to make a real platform in Africa to open markets. Morocco offers nowadays very good opportunities and a great potential, but still there is a great potential in the whole Africa. And what everybody knows of Morocco, of course, it's not that strange as we can think. It's in the other side of the Mediterranean. There is only 9 miles separating Europe from Africa, and it's the closest way is from Tarifa to Tangier. Everybody knows that, but what not everybody knows is what happens, and that's why I wanted to show you the video. Many people of you who's been in Morocco has known this new reality. 10 years ago, it was not that good, as you could see in the images. But it's true that we have developed so many projects, so many way that we have to update in our country, that we've been very, very involved. All the administrations, all the ministries, all the population, of course, and piloted by His Majesty the King Mohammed VI, who he's doing a great job piloting all these projects in all the sectors that we're developing. Our capital is Rabat, We have a democratic and social constitutional monarchy. We are a little bit more than 32 million inhabitants. Of course, still are other inhabitants in the rural area. They are coming and moving to the big cities. Our official language are Arabic and AMDI, but still, all Moroccans are polyglots. At least they can speak 3 or 4 languages. But if in the business, let's say in the business concept, you can see people who speak 4 or 5 languages normally, and they are very fluent in French or English. So you cannot be very. If you see that Morocco could be an opportunity, my recommendation is go fly and be there and make your first visit. Language is not an inconvenience. It's just a simple way to communicate. But if you can communicate in another language, the business has to be the focus, of course. GDP per capita, it's still very, very low compared to any country in the European Union. But we still are doing a good job to implement very good strategies to develop in the country. So our GDP in general could be growing year by year. So what is our first thing most important that we could manage this great potential is the political stability. The political stability for us is very crucial. It's very important, and that's why we put a very good big accent on it, so we can give not only for the Moroccans but also for our collaborators from abroad and the foreign investors, to give them a guarantee and a stability once they go to Morocco. So we are in a continuous drive for openness and democratization. But you have to know something. It's very important to know. As Morocco is the second most ancient monarchy in the world after the Danish one. Now what we've been building for the openness and democratization is the constitutional council reviews of the constitution of all the laws. And since July 2011, we voted for a new referendum with a new constitution guaranteeing, between other things, human rights, the legality of state and institutions, individual and collective liberty, improved moral standards in public life, the plurality of the Moroccan identity, so as Moroccan, Arabic, and AMDI. We can see that the late information and news that we are talking about Morocco, it's about its stability, its economy growing as a potential market, but still other observators from the world, like World Bank, FDI Intelligence, and the Global Peace Index, are given like their own vision, saying that Morocco most stable country in the North Africa in 2012. Morocco is the most pacific country in North Africa in 2013. Morocco is the most democratic country in the Arab region in 2013. But what is very important as well is the macroeconomic view that we have in our country. Still, we are not growing at a GDP of 18 or 12. We are growing in an average of 4.8 or 5. We can go to 5.3, 6, and then we go slow to 4.3. But the average is around 4.8, almost 5. But the most important thing is that we are controlling our inflation. If we are competitive today, we want to still be in it in the next 10 or 20 years. So of course, political stability is important, but this is very important too. If Morocco is given some conditions that are very interesting nowadays, we want to continue giving it in the next generation. So this made roughly a big influence on the FDI, the foreign direct investment in Morocco. If we are talking about the net flows, is growing steadily around 30% by year. The average is 38%. And in 2013, we've been very, very touched by the crisis, I think. This is the most crucial. But we had 25% of FDI growth. The unemployment rate has been it's been in the late 10 years, between 7 and 9. In 2013, it's been 9.5. And there is an explanation on it. Because a lot of people moved from the rural area to the big cities looking for a job. But these people could not integrate the actual jobs that we have developed, because we are developing in industries, in big industries like aeronautics, like automotive, like electronics, things that you've seen in the video. And now what we are doing is train those people, give them training, special training about sectors, so they can adapt and to be employed in those sectors in the coming years. So we are making the whole package, developing the sectors per region, giving them like added value, not to be competitive with our partners in Europe, but to be complementary. All our strategies is in a complementary vision to create synergies. And this is why I'm asking you and I'm inviting you to see more and look more onto what we are doing in Morocco. And of course, our office, either in Rabat or the one I'm piloting from Madrid, is open to give you all the information needed or requested, so to get more information about the specific sector that you're working in. I know today is more about infrastructure, sustainability, construction, and this is all translated in all the projects that we're doing. I will tell you later on why. Just keep some figures in your mind. It's the African country of the future, 2013 and to 2014. Morocco is classed number 2 after South Africa, but it's been between 2011 to number 1. Okay, so there's just one figure that Standard & Poor's affirmed Morocco rating and changed the perspective from negative to stable in May 2014. Fitch rating maintains investment grade in April 2014. Christine Lagarde from the Foreign Monetary International says that the economic reforms underway in Morocco are a model to be put into the whole Maghreb area, which is very important, that we have a very good opportunity that we have to develop. Why Morocco is so interesting in this global economic world that we are living? There is no restriction to capital for non-residents. I mean, a Portuguese company can open its subsidiary or his delegation in Morocco, 10% Portuguese capital, no restriction in that way. Free repatriation of profits and capital for non-residents. If you are a non-resident, like a company from Portugal, opens an office in Morocco, and then they are free to repatriate all the benefits and the profits. More than 100 protection for foreign investment agreements and double taxation. This is all the reforms that we've been working on just to guarantee the good way to do business in Morocco. So, of course, like we've seen in the second slide, we have the primary sector, the secondary sector, tertiary sector. The primary sector, it's very important in Morocco. It's been very important in the whole history of Morocco for agriculture. It's still weighing 40% of our GDP. But we had so much chances to develop other projects in industry that we launched in 2009 our emergence pact or our emergence plan to create more than 200,000 employments in aeronautics, in automotive, in electronics, in new technologies, etc. 2014, in April, we reconducted this project, industry project, in a performance ecosystem strategy to 2020. So this is the continuation of the pact emergence, and the reach is to reach 23% of global GDP in the coming years. Things that we are doing, because you probably heard about the Renault project, big project in Morocco, Bombardier for aerospace, Zodiac Aerospace, Boeing, Kraft Foods, and I'm talking about just big projects because this is the most known. But behind all these big projects, we have hundreds and thousands of SMEs working together or directly or indirectly with these big projects. Okay, we have also developed, once again, for this related to your sector. For this industry performance ecosystem strategy, we need for this not only the big industries in automotive and aeronautics, we need the industrial parks to be built. We need industrial zones. We need to build the plants. We need to build the highways to connect these industrial parks. We need to electrification of all these roads. We need to build telecommunications and all what comes together with these big projects in the different areas of Morocco. In tourism, we launched the first vision in 2001, which has been reconducted in 2010 to a vision 2020. This is to reach 20 million tourists in 2020. Nowadays, we have around between 10 and 12 million tourists coming to Morocco visiting. There is a growth this year. In the first trimester of 2014, we have increased 11% of the tourists compared to the same period of last year. So this is something we are doing. We are concentrating our efforts to develop another type of tourism, which is more related to ecotourism in small villages, in Riyadh, to see really the landscapes that we are in Morocco, that they are not very known, unfortunately, now, but I hope you can discover it in the coming years. It's very, very common to travel now to Morocco because you have direct flights to Tangier, to Casablanca, or to Marrakesh. This is a very good opportunity for you to at least visit Morocco and know what is happening there. But still now talking to business again, we still have to build 200,000 new beds in the coming years. So we are translating this into new hotels, new restaurants, new clubs, new theaters, new congress theaters as well, which will combine with this Vision 2020. Energy, we are working with it since 2010. We launched the solar in 2009, and 2010 the wind energy. And the idea is to reach till, in 2020 that more than 40% of our energy is for the new renewables. Now we are around 22% of the energy is already from the renewables, and we hope to reach our plan from now to 2020. And relating to Desert Tech project, study project, in 2050, the idea is to export our renewable energy to Europe, 15%. This is related to Desert Tech project study. We launched new projects, new sectors, new industries, such as pharmaceutical and chemical. The IT also is very, very interesting into the Morocco logistic plan. We launched it in 2010 to respond to the increasing demand of the industry operators. Agriculture as well, we are modernizing our agriculture in Morocco, focusing to the added value products that we are developing in our country. Infrastructure. We are nowadays 15 international airports in Morocco. 15 international airports, from whom 10 we need to update them, to refurnish them, and to make rehabilitation of these airports. The big ones such as Casablanca, Rabat, Marrakesh, they are already done, but still we are other cities that we need to rehabilitate those airports. We launched as well the platform to connect through highways all Morocco, as you can see in the chart. And the idea is in 2015, next year, it will be connected to the big cities of all Morocco. And we are building highways 200 kilometers to 300 kilometers per year. We launched as well tramways in Casablanca and Rabat, and now we are talking to do an aero metro in Casablanca. And we are launching next year as well the first high-speed train in Africa, which will connect in the first part Casablanca to Tangier. And of course, we have the mega project of the port of Tangier that's been known worldwide, and it's hopefully will become one of the 15 major ports in the world in the coming years. Actually, it has a capacity of 3.5 containers And with the second part, we will attain the 8.5 million containers. I was talking about the integrated industrial parks that we have to build to accompany all this strategy in the industry. As I was telling you, I don't know if you can see it clearly in the chart, we're developing many projects, creating a pole of competitivity per region. So we have regions focused on aeronautics, like in Casablanca. So we built the Noisser Aerospace City. It's where Bombardier has his plant. We have such as Tangier and Canitra, which are focused on automotive. So we have Tangier Automotive City, and we have Atlantic Free Zone. We have technopoles for the IT, something like Silicon Valley, our Silicon Valley in Africa. It's Technopolis or Casanir Shore. And we have agro-industry that we are developing in places like Berkane or Meknes and Marrakesh, of course. So we are developing, now we are around 12 integrated industrial parks already developed. Still, we have other 12 to be developed in the coming years. So you are invited to be part of this big project that we're developing in our country. What is the value proposition? Such as I said, this is very visual. There are just 9 miles, but 9 miles that's separating Europe to Africa through Morocco. But still, we have very good connection with America, with Africa, with Middle East, and of course with Europe. How? This is the way how we do it. We have the flight duration that you can see in red, and in gray, the sea land route. So, meaning that if you take, you have a plant or you are doing projects in Morocco, you are doing any equipment or platform in Morocco, you can accede to other countries. Our calculation is based on 1 billion consumers worldwide that you can achieve from Morocco, thanks between other things to the free trade agreements that we have signed. Actually, we are the first, the country who has the most free trade agreements signed around the world, worldwide. America, the United States, we have signed an agreement. We are finalizing under negotiation with Canada and Brazil. We are signing a lot of agreements as well with Sub-Saharan Africa and of course with all Europe. And of course, since 2008, Morocco enjoys an advanced status with the European Union. And we are going to be a step forward to be part, like state part from the European Union. And this will be the first country not from the European Union has this agreement with the European Union. For the clients who have to ship their lines, we have developed through Tangier port more than 120 ports in the 56 countries. This meaning that, of course, you are reducing the cost of the shipment, but as well you are reducing the cost, the timing, which is very important to get the primary what you need to construct or to export your final product. And this is for the aeronautics. I mean, the airport is the Mohammed VI airport in Casablanca has won to be the best airport in North Africa in 2012. And we are connecting with Africa, with Europe, with the United States, and to the Middle East as well. And you can see in the chart how many number of international passengers are steadily growing through the airports in Morocco, in our country. We have the competitive costs. We have the average salary. It's not the minimum. It's the average salary. It's $488 per month, including all the taxes and everything. This is the average. We are slightly above the salary if we have to compare with China. But if you take into account the export costs, we are the least, and the total tax, the combination of all those elements makes Morocco more competitive thinking if you have to have a plant in Morocco. I think that's very important to take into account is the human resources, the availability of the human resources. 64% of Moroccans are aged under 34 years. 6 million young people between 18 and 35 years old. We have an active population of 12 million. But the more important thing is this population is very well educated. They have very good schools. They have coming from engineering schools or business schools that we have developed in the late years in Morocco. And they are connected worldwide. They continue their studies abroad, or they study in the big universities in Morocco, and I was telling you, they speak 5 to 6 languages easily, as we have 10 million French speakers, 6 million of Spanish speakers, and of course, the English is a very common language that we are learning in all universities. Why Morocco is a priority to investors' needs? Beyond all this possibility, all this potential that we are offering in all the different sectors, we have built some attractive incentive package. It depends on the project itself. We have the investment promotion fund, we have the Hassan II fund, we have the offshoring sector incentives. They are all incentives that we built to accompany the SME willing to invest in our country, to develop projects in our country. So this is like a government and institutional help that we are giving to the companies willing to develop, not only in Morocco, but from Morocco as well, to develop other markets as a platform that we have. We have also revised our general tax code for these companies. We have done a very big and interesting regime in the free zone. For instance, there is an unlimited exemption from custom duties and simplified custom procedures. The corporate tax is 0%. 0% the 5 years, during 5 years, and then it goes to 8.75 the following 20 years. So it makes you an average of 7% of corporate tax, and so on for the income tax and the business tax exemption for the 15 years, etc. So for those who want this information, it's because I don't want to be very, very long. I can send you all this information with more details for those who are interested for. Okay, but what to retain as well is the business environment, which is very favorable to investors. We are worked very, very hard, as I told you, on more than 100 collaborators in investor protection, legal reforms, incentive tax system, international instrument, all these figures that we've been working very hard to consider and to achieve. That the report of doing business from the World Bank has made that we gained 8 positions in global ranking of doing business in 2014. But still, we've been growing positions, and the most improved one was in 2011 that we raised 21 positions. The African vision, still, we talk about Europe, we talk about America, we talk about Asia. They are very interesting markets with a great potential. But where is the biggest potential? It's where it's the Africa. It's still, there is a huge potential that we are to build. It is the only continent that is not very, very integrated into the international economy. And by 2000, the economic observators say that by 2050, Africa's economy will be close to 10 times bigger than it's today. And we have 6 of the world's 10 fast-growing economies in the world over the last decade were in Africa, and it's expected to be 7 by 2020, and so on. If you see the Africa's attractiveness, you see from 2011 to 2014, there's a big change, right? And it's coming in the next decade. It's going to continue like this because there are huge things to do. And what we've been doing from Morocco to build this bridge or this platform to open, we sent our Moroccan companies to implement their projects in whole Africa, in many, many regions of Africa. We are in television and media, we are in mining, we are in banking, insurance, telecom, construction, real estate, pharmaceutical, and air transport. Look at all these companies, Moroccan companies, they are investing. We are the second investor after South Africa now. In 2013, we've been classed the second investor in whole Africa. So what's better that to to build like a platform or to build a bridge with a Moroccan company who knows the market, who has this accessibility, who can do things together. We can help you to do that. We help projects to be done in Morocco. We give all the government assistance, but we still need to open the whole Africa market and get the potential that we have there. Afiziones is our last month. Our King Mohammed VI has done a road trip around many countries in sub-Saharan Africa to still and continue build this relationship that is opening Morocco to our neighbors in Africa. I don't want to be so long. Thank you for your time. I thank you for this first invitation. Hope won't be the last. And of course, I invite you to contact me if you need further information. You have I will send you my details and plan to do a first trip to Morocco to know it by yourself. Thank you very much.
Muito obrigado. Muito obrigado pela exposição interessante. Não sei se haverá agora aqui alguma questão de interesse sobre este mercado potencial que é Marrocos. Não sei se gostariam de colocar alguma questão em particular. Se não, agradeço mais uma vez esta apresentação que nos deixou aqui com muito apetite para visitar Marrocos, aqueles que não conhecem, e do meu ponto de vista, em particular, só para lhe dar aqui uma nota, chamou-me em particular a atenção a rede de polos de competitividade que têm estabelecida nas diferentes cidades. Percebe português ou quer que eu... okay, I can speak in English. I thought it was very interesting, particularly the network of the competitiveness poles that you have established. We are one of the poles and clusters of competitiveness in Portugal that links the habitat, meaning the construction and the materials present in this chain value. So I think it would be very interesting to establish a mutual relation that could, of course, favor the companies that belongs to our to this chain value, which is represented by construction and materials. I'm not sure if one of those poles in Morocco was linked with that particular area, but I'm also present in the coordination group of the Portuguese clusters, which involves 19 different poles and clusters, from health to energy, from agro-food to the habitat. And so it would be very interesting that we could establish some kind of relational meeting that could bring together these agents and companies from both countries. Maybe this would be a nice way to as a kick-off meeting. It would be very interesting. So I'm sure we can talk about it. And my question is there any competitiveness pole linked with construction or materials in? I noticed that you had something in renewable energies.
Yes, exactly.
So,
¿Cómo se entiende esto? Yeah, yes, okay. Sorry. Yes, of course, this is, as I told you, the first visit, but the idea of my visit today is to build this relationship between Portugal and Morocco and on the economy part and the business part. We have some companies already established, like Fermentas de Portugal, which is already participating in a company in Morocco. Other companies that have worked did a very good job in infrastructure in Portuguese companies in Morocco, but still there is I think a lack of information here in Portugal about what is happening in Morocco. So this is the aim for us to present you these opportunities. And of course, if I present industry, agro-industry, pharmaceutical, and all these big projects in tourism and rural areas, this will need directly or indirectly a need for construction, for infrastructure to be built. And we have, through the Confederation of Empresas, of Enterprises in Morocco, we have two two departments related to construction materials and of the construction itself and infrastructure. So we can, of course, think about to make a proper congress, inviting them, or much better, go so we can invite you in Morocco to participate in a Moroccan Portuguese conference about infrastructure and construction, together with the Confederation of Enterprises of these sectors, so you can see the real idea and the real projects that is happening in Morocco. For instance, I cannot make you today a presentation about infrastructure and construction, because the information is changing day by day basis. Each day I'm getting aware about what is happening by the news, because each day, each minister or the king itself or some entrepreneurs are launching a new project. The hotels, in areas, in Marina's port, in reconstruction or rehabilitation of the ancient cities like in Fez, on Tangier, and so on. If you take the information of the last 2 weeks, 3 big projects of more than $5 billion have been launched in Casablanca. It's around a Wesel Capital. Wesel Capital is a fund built by the Qatari and the Kuwait, Saudi Arabia and Emirates, that they put together a proper fund called Wesel Capital, and through this Wesel Capital they're going to conduct projects in Casablanca, Rabat and Tangier. And of course, this is the fund, but where are the operators? Portuguese can be part of it, and again, it's proper part of the pie. And develop. It was excellent the presentation that I saw before about the project they are doing, about the bridges and all the infrastructure project that you're doing. This is a great technology that we can conduct in our country. So you're welcome to know it, and you're welcome to be part of it.
I'm sure we'll contact you on this promotion and explore this idea. Thank you very much.